Steve here, welcome to the Cars with Keith YouTube channel, and in this video we're going over the Campbell Hausfeld 3/8" retractable hose reel. It's 50 foot. I picked it up on Amazon. It's one of the cheapest ones that I can find that had 50 foot and looked decent. Obviously this is for a budget because this isn't something I'm going to use heavily. I only invest good money into something I'm going to use a lot. Something like this is just to fill the tires up in the garage or use my Typhoon blower on the cars whenever I need it. So let's get right into it. So here's the box that it comes in. It's just a plain and simple, based off the side. It's got 300 PSI. It's reinforced PVC, which isn't an incredible material to be using for a hose. It's not really nice rubber ones. But it's got 50 foot, it's 1/4 inch MPT male. Looks like you just pull it straight out of the bag. There you go. Nothing else in the box. Oh. We got some instructions, don't need those. We got our mounting screws here, 3 of them. There are 3 holes, 1, 2, 3. Secure these bolts to the truss in the ceiling, or to the wall, however you're going to do it. Whether you're going to mount it this way on the wall with a side-by-side action, or on the ceiling with action, or this way, whichever way you want to do it. We have our mounting here. I don't see cotter pins, so it looks like it's just these screws, and they're actually like, they don't fully tighten in, so it means they're easily able to come out. So you gotta remember, black washer on the inside, unit, small silver washer on the outside, and your bolt. So you're gonna have your inlet hose, that's gonna flow into this, and you have your retractable hose reel. And then you also have your stopper right here. If you want it to be further out, you basically just pull on that rubber as hard as you can, and then your stopper would be right there. Or if you wanted it further in, then your stopper would be right there. This also has a nice little handle right here. And it does balance itself like this. So if you had an air compressor that was portable and you needed a hose for it, you could bring this along with it. Secure it somehow, but it looks like it's on the ground. I mean, if you hold it down, you're going to be able to get the traction you want. So this could be used in a replacement of just a regular hose, not just mount it to the wall, undo the bolts, and you got a portable unit. These are industrial fittings because my air compressor was already set up for industrial. There's really no difference between the automotive, the industrial, and all the different kinds. It's just different kinds of plugs. So more or less, you kind of want to pick, if you borrow a lot of tools, you're going to want the same plugs as your friends. This is my Porter cable compressor. I've had this for probably close to 10 years. This one right here, there's a 1/4 inch quick disconnect already installed on this end. And then on this end, it's empty. There was one there before, but for this demonstration, you're going to have to install your own here. So quickly, we'll demonstrate, we won't torque them down, but we'll demonstrate how I install these. So this is your female 1/4 inch to your male plug. It's going to go on the end of the inlet hose. You have your 1/4 inch male and female right here. That 1/4 inch male is going to screw into that assembly there. And quick disconnect these two. We have, so on this end, we're going to need a female 1/4 inch female quick disconnect. That sets that. Now all of your tools are usually always going to be a female 1/4 inch, same for this one. Now all of these are, I can't remember, they're high flow or whatever they are, but I got them all together. And then there's a few extra male plugs, so it's a nice little package. I'll have a link below for all this kind of stuff if you want to check it out. But now that you got your fitting in there, then you can hook it up and you're ready to go. So I'm going to torque all this down and then we can demonstrate it on. It's sitting holding about 130 pounds of pressure. We're pushing out 75 is what we want to come out. And now we're just checking for leaks. We have a leak right here. So now we're going to back this out, throw some Teflon tape on there, and check for leaks again. All right, show you how we torque it down real quick. So I've got my Teflon tape on here, just like 2 wraps, and that's it. That's about all we're going to need. All the fittings that came with the package that I bought, they all came with basically some kind of Loctite already installed on the threads, so we didn't have to do it for those, but this doesn't. That one doesn't either, but that one actually is not leaking. We'll see. If we get this one to stop leaking, maybe that one's gonna start. We get it hand tight. Take one of my wrenches here, tighten it down to the nut on the hose. I'll take my other wrench, put it in a position where I have leverage, pushing down. So since this is going this way, the wrench is holding on the table, I don't have to try so hard to get it to torque down. Vice grip locks will work good right here as well. See, it's getting tighter, and I'm able to put a lot of torque into this. There we go. So let's see if it's still leaking. We have solved the leak. I don't hear it anymore. Now we solved our leaks, let's test our equipment to make sure they don't have leaks. No leaks there. Yep, that works. So this is the LED tire inflator. I got it to focus there, that's good. But basically you put it on your tire. It's gonna tell you how much pressure's in the tire. You fill it up to what you're needed. It's gonna tell you how much flow is going into the tire as you're holding the trigger. And then if you have too much, you press this button right here and that's gonna release air out. Now here all you auto detail guys, this is the Typhoon. I went in a 6-gallon tank, so it wouldn't last long if I wanted to use it, but it has great flow. The stream is good. It blows off the car really well, especially when I'm in the garage and have a lot of pollen, a lot of dirt. I'll take this out and just spray it off. So initial impressions before we install it, it does everything it's supposed to do. We don't have any leaks. It hooked up just the way it's supposed to be doing. It worked with the tools. Has 300 PSI max here. It's holding in the tank 100, about 120. So it's doing really well. The hose, the material, that's the only thing really. But this is what you're gonna get for the price. I was at Home Depot the other day. I saw a hose looked really nice, a Husky one. It was $100, but it did have that nice rubbery hose. It's a lot like my pressure washer hose. I did a video on this as well. I already have an electrical outlet there. So on this side, I want to install my hose reel. And then we'll put the air compressor up these steps into the attic. I'm just filming this just in case I fall or something. I envy all of you HVAC guys that have to haul all of that air conditioning equipment up into the attic. We're up in the attic. Don't comment on the janky plywood, but it's sitting right here. The garage door opener is about right there. So it's just sitting here for now because I don't quite know where the air hose is going to come from the outlet. But we have it plugged in. Don't worry about the walls either. That's all being redone. From here, on and off. Now that's off, and I'll go up here and show you how that other outlet works. So that's the light that was up here. The light switch was running to that, and then it had constant power running from there down to this switch right here. But I wanted to be able to turn the air compressor on and off because it makes so much noise, and I didn't want to walk up the stairs. I wanted to be able to do it from a switch. So I basically took the wire out of this and ran it to here. So I didn't add these outlets. So if you're an electrician and need a permit, I didn't do that. All I did was move the power to this, and I basically used all the same wiring, and this one right here runs off the light switch, and this one, if I plug it in, runs constant power. This is easy for me. It may be hard for you since I already have removed all this backplane that was on the ceiling. I already know where every run of screws in, so I know how the trusses run. I know they're running this way like this. And since my other reel is centered on that side based off of this, all I have to do is center that middle hole right here like that, and then just center basically right on that line. So let's drill our pilot hole in the center. Definitely wood coming out of there. This is a 1/2 inch. These bolts that came with it are 1/2 inch. Well, that passes my eyeball test. That way just a smidge. So now it's now or never, but. Final screws. There we go. Perfect. I want the feed to be here to kind of match the feed on the other one. So I'm going to hold that up with my chest while I lose a washer. So I'll use this one. And I'll have to use this side. Go find my washer. Got our washer back, so I'm going to hold this up, unscrew this. There we go. Don't really need a wrench because it's like hand tight, it only goes in so far. Look at that. We have swing action. Now we need to drill a hole for this hose to go through. It's a good thing this thing is on a swing. Right here. Yep. Nice and clear. We want that hole to only be just big enough for that hose. I really apologize for how dark this is right here, but I only got the lighting I have. Yeah. That's nice. Very discreet. There we go, all installed. You can see the inlet hose going into the ceiling right there. So we found it up here. It was underneath that plywood. I had to move it. The unit's sitting right here. And you can't tell me that that's not almost perfect setup. So let's get it in here. There we go. Well, now we have to put this bad boy back up. So we're gonna flip the switch. You hear it? That is pretty loud, which is fine. It's just above the garage, but that's not going to run all the time because I'll be able to just turn it off when I need. So we should have enough pressure in there to do the demo. We have our air tools. And I think I'm actually going to cut this little plastic piece off because with this and this on there, we're fine, right? We're good. BMW's like here or lower than that, but if we hook up this, we're hanging pretty low. I can hook it to this hook right here. There you go. Awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I mean, it's a really good product. I mean, outside of the hose quality, it's going to kink and it can bend and everything, but that's what you get for the price. You're just not going to get everything you want. Like I said, when it comes to washing cars, there's certain things I will spend more money on than others. And it just depends on how much you use it. I'm only going to use this to inflate the tires every now and then, blow off some dust off the car, and that's about it. So I don't need something really expensive and high quality. It does what it's supposed to do. It hooked up perfect. Everything worked straight out of the box. And I'm enjoying it. I got the air compressor up into the attic. I got the switch hooked up on the wall. Got that air compressor off the floor, got the hose off the floor, got myself a little more room back in the garage. All worked out really well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links below for any of these products, and I'll see you in the next video. I got it so you can hear my phone? Really? And you just push this one down, and that fell off. Great. Could that not have gone any better? Oops. Whoa. However you want to say it. The hey there, jeez. Campbell